Hi guys. So today we're going to talk about the proper way to implement AI into your business, right? Into any business, any organization, to get the most out of your AI tool. This is what you'd like to do to get AI into your business, to optimize your operations, make everything lean, mean, green. You really want to get the best out of your AI tool, no matter how much you're spending for it. In this conversation, we're going to talk about the best way to integrate AI for business optimization, right? So let's get started. Okay, so a little bit about us. At Report Flow, we help personnel, whether you're working in a business, whether you are a business, whatever the case is, to integrate digitization and AI automations into your business processes through the various steps, which we're going to talk about in this video. So this video would have stemmed from an article from DC Velocity on the survey done by Kulik. Out of 500 businesses surveyed in April of this year, 2025, 74% said that they face significant barriers to AI implementation, such as infrastructure costs, disconnected data silos, and slow data ingestion. Right? They had data integration roadblocks. 7 out of the 10 were struggling with integrating data, specifically say that the roadblocks were caused by complex tool chains and fragmented data sources. So this is what we need to look at first, right? So we're going to go into those solutions now. So investment issues, what many businesses try to do is try to buy an AI tool or buy an AI package and then try to use it in their business, see where it will fit, see if they can get the most return for their investment in an AI tool or AI SaaS or whatever the case is. And the delivery of tangible outcomes from this AI tool is blocked by cost, complexity, and fragmented data. That data isn't where it's supposed to be to get the most out of this AI investment. Solutions, let's talk solutions. So we're going to give a basic example while we talk about it. All right. So the first thing you want to do in any business, if you want to implement AI, is to map your process. This is a simple process map here for a hairdressing place. So it can be for any other thing, right? But it's a simple example. So the first thing, the customer calls, makes the appointment. You answer the phone. They ask for a specific time and date. Is it available? You check your calendar, whatever the case is. If not, you suggest something similar or close. So let's say they want a haircut Wednesday at 4. But you already have a booking for that time. So you say, all right, Wednesday at 5 then. Is that better for you? Or would that work for you? And they would say, yes. And then they book your appointment, they'll log it into your calendar and your diary, right? And then the service is carried out. So the first thing you want to do is actually know how the process works, right? From start to finish. All right, this is the process. This is what it actually looks like. Of course, again, this is an oversimplification, but you get where I'm coming from in this example, right? The second thing you want to do is identify optimization opportunities. Where in these steps could you now subtract something, right? Or take a specific part out to make it more lean, right? Before going and implementing AI, before digitizing, right? How can you make it leaner? So in this example, of course, again, a very oversimplification, you remove the diary parts. Okay, so we just enter it onto our calendar manually. All right, so you see how optimization will come into play, right? The next thing you want to do is identify digitization potential, right? What step in your process that has been mapped could you now make digital? Could you now digitize, right? So in this example, of course, you get the call, you make your suggestions, but instead of a manual calendar, you check a digital calendar. And a digital calendar, I'd rather tell you, is a big difference from a manual one where you could actually access it from anywhere, you could make modifications, you could add notes, you could compile, you could do a lot more with a digital calendar than you can with a manual one, right? So this is where, in this, again, oversimplified example, you could actually change a step in the process to a digital step, right? Here now is where you could actually now implement AI because of the fact that you would have made a step digital, or you would have digitized the process in a specific way. Because if you think about it, there is nothing really outside of the system anymore, seeing that you digitize it, and I'll explain why. The customer will make your call. So let's say you implement an AI agent, right, which we have now. So they'll take your call, they'll speak to the customer will say, all right, I want Wednesday at 4. The AI agent now will check your calendar, say, no, sorry, there's something at 4, with 5 o'clock work, and then they would suggest their time, and then make the booking for you without you having even to interact with the customer at that point. So you understand now where this is where you would actually get your bang for your buck. So here now is where you could actually get back a return for the implementation of your AI agent. Here now is where you could actually see the value of implementing AI in your business rather than getting a piece of AI software and trying to implement it while still using a manual calendar or a manual step in the process, right? So in conclusion, mapping out the process will equal the ability to implement AI most effectively. So you map, see where you could optimize, see where you could digitize, and then take it to the next step of adding and implementing AI. I hope this helped somebody somewhere, somehow, and thank you for tuning in. I hope you like and subscribe. Look out for some more like this. The channel is going to move into more of an AI tool building space where we're going to start to build some tools. I'm going to start to demonstrate in the entire process flow how a built tool, maybe like an AI agent or an AI automation, in the entire process, how it's going to work out. Right, so this is how we're going to be different from everyone else who is just demonstrating how to build an AI agent without the implementation part. We're going to take the entire structural process, see where we could optimize, see where we could digitize, and then add an AI tool. I'm going to show you step by step how to build this tool for your own organization. All right, take care.